doing quite well in the channel with you in our last video. Yeah, hello. This is AP here taking a look at gold live price. Please watch our previous videos so that you guys gotta know how we are trialing our long positions here. Yeah, a pretty of sideways. Yeah, we gotta see some sideways right here. With your channel, please watch our previous video to know more about this trade, live trade. So here, let it may make the structure. Let's see how this is gonna happen right now. Yes, moving at all-time high of the market. A little of sideways in the channel of uptrend pushing price higher and higher, but playing a little of sideways. current situation it's sideways at the zone of, you can say it's all-time high, playing sideways inside this channel, pushing price above. Yes, this is AP here taking a look at gold live price. This is some situation that gold will be giving us all-time new high once again. Yes, here's the situation for gold that we gotta see some sort of sideways as well as don't break this high. You remember, yeah? It's playing sideways. This is really strong resistance. Playing sideways all around here. Couldn't break this high. Why? See, a scenario like I'd like to mark it here. Not this one really. Yeah. See, this is giving us closing at a higher low. Every time gonna be maybe right now this here. Um, yeah, maybe right now this here. See, but the situation is like at the resistance level. We gotta see none of these are accumulating above this level. Wicks are getting hit here, but this is the situation here right now. We gotta see some. Yeah, I gotta mark this one here. It's really interesting here. Oh, it broke below, but nothing to worry like that. We gotta see some push hike above, instant reaction. I'd like to mark this situation at the top of market. We gotta see really interesting situation. It broke below that level. This sort of this kind of structure. Such levels here. Broke below, no worries. We'll retest, play sideways again at the same zone. Yes, gold is trying to smart us. Let's see how this goes. I'll hold my long orders. I am sure this baby gonna play a long hike up sideways at this zone I have marked here. See how triangular structure at the top of market, all-time high, and we are expecting for breakout above, and the, for sure the price gonna will give a closing of all-time high tonight. Yeah, come on, man. Okay, let's start to analyze this structure in really deep core now. We gotta get some bigger and higher closing, a new all-time high price record again this Friday, Black Friday. And this gotta be our support here. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna be our support here. Support here. Resistance. Is gonna be the levels. I think this gonna play along tonight Friday and instantly at a moment it gonna give you a breakdown into volume, pushing price higher and higher. A really long hike up sideways. Started playing sideways in this zone where we gotta see some triangular structure. Yeah, here is the breakout that I was waiting since long. Look at this. How long this gonna play that sideways? Mother- Yes, this is what I was looking for. Yes, right here, this zone, we can say this is a false breakout below this triangular structure, and the same level we can say it below the channel, this pushing price high, bullish upward channel, whatever we call this. Look, I trade psychologically. I don't believe this all stuff, but it helps to accumulate our trade in profit. It helps to trial our trades in profit. That's why I draw these channels, and so that you people could know what's the scene, what's the scenario of live trade order. Yeah. Firstly, people used to draw those all this stuff, make their screen look like professional, and then they come to take some positions orders. And look, I'm not that type trader. Like, yeah, straight up, I like to add today, or really, one of my strategies that I just look at the price and what's the product am I trading. It's gold. I always trade gold. Gold gonna have given me profit since my last 11, 12 years. It's been 2 decades, decades and decades of experience here. I just mark down the price. What's the opening? What's the closing? I don't enter in the middle of market. Either low, either high. What the situation gonna give us? What the scenario is like there? And actually, what I do, I don't draw that stuff. What it looks like professional. Yes, I do it to help up my orders to execute it in profit trials. Uh, Whereas, like we can see, and firstly, before taking the order, I like to mention that I just see the price. What's the current price? And then what's the product? It's always gold. Yes, gold. What's the price right now? It's expensive uh, or it's cheap. What's the price range? What a real businessman will think according to the statics and the economical condition of this worldwide. What's the current price? Is it expensive? 4,600? Of course, expensive. Yes. So what we gotta do? We gotta sort. Yeah, we gotta sort. We gotta push it high. We gotta buy. Yeah, of course we gotta buy. What's the reason? Psychological reason behind this? Right now, I totally believe we're gonna make an all-time new high again and again every next week. Friday, Black Friday closing gonna be a new high. Why? New high, why? Oh, I gotta be a poetry here. Yes, new high, why? Because gold, central banks are accumulating gold. Sorry, my bad. I'm just sick, but I'm trying my best to give my output to YouTube. Yeah, because the real logic behind this is like central banks are accumulating gold, these what they call it, cutting out all these rates around the world, and this gold is precious metal that has been accumulated as this is allocated as this what called asset. Yeah, asset holder allocator. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Gold has been located as asset allocator also was the scene right there. Hmm. So these all stuff's gonna push the price higher and higher, all time high again this Friday, Black Friday closing. Hey, look, right here it broke the sideways resistance of sideways. Now this gonna be like support. We're gonna mark it as support now, and this gonna be support too for us. Yeah, right here we're gonna see the situation for gold is like broke the resistance level of the sideways. It's pushing price above the trend. Look. We got a breakout here. Trials some profit here, lots of profit. Price moving higher and higher, all time high. Made some triangular structure here. We decided that we conclusion was of our life scenario was like it gonna play some sideways right here. And after this sideways, try to push price below and retest that retest that support part. was failed, this is gonna be like a false breakout below this triangular structure, or we can say false breakout below this uh channel. Let me remove this so that gonna yeah, this gotta be some false breakout here. Yeah, here this is the false breakout right here. It's gonna be breakout. These are the false breakout. Yeah. So let's see how it start pushing price higher and higher. What's the structure again? Twenty three. Yeah. A bit of consolidation after a price increase. Back to the channel, back to the support line of the channel. Back to the support line of the channel. Is that a retest here? Might be a retest. Retest. So slide that here. This could be a retest. And then what if we see some long red, long green candle pushing price above $6 and $8 of long big candle, green one pushing price above. Quite a big rejection after that's a pure retest here. Hmm, why this froze? All right, here we gotta see. Broke down up sideways, retesting the levels again, back to the sideways zone. Hmm, that seems that are very valid. Retesting 08 level. Oh, thank God I have booked a lot of profit around $18, $20. And still some orders are on trial. Let's hold for a new high today. Right at the support. It's gonna be invalid now. So let's remove it. Again at the sideways. Quite a consolidation support level. Even right here below the support. Right here below the support area. All right. What? So maybe back to the sideways zone. We'll push back to the sideways zone. Price will unlock this level. Price must be locking this level area right here. And back to the sub this zone where it's gonna play like sideways again. Back to this zone where this is gonna play like sideways again. Still going to hold some uh long orders. Yeah, we are buying at this zone again. Yes, this is AP taking a look at gold live price. I would like to say that we are still buying at this zone. We can still buy. Yes. We'll take a break and update it in another video also. Please watch our previous one to know the continual trial and pushing the long orders. Each and every week gold gonna give a new high closing. Let's see tonight, Black Friday, what's gonna be a new high. We'll update in another video. Thank you. This is AP. Thank you for having me. Taking a look for live trade commentary.